What's up, everybody? Welcome to FifthElement.com, Boktober, episode 2. Last episode, we looked at the Shaqs. This episode, we're going to look at some of the sickest Allen Iversons to ever come out. Right now, I'm wearing the Answer 1s, aka the second Iversons that ever came out. Super happy to get my hands on these last month. They came out of nowhere, but lucky enough to get a pair of my size. I realize how fortunate that makes me. But now we're going to look at some of the best questions ever. So to put that shoe in context, in my opinion, 95, 96, and 97 might be the 3 best years for sneakers ever. You got the Jordan 11s came out at that point, and the 12s and 13s. You got the Grant Hill 2s. You got the sneaker we're going to talk about today. You got some great Barclays. You got Air Max 95s and 97s in a 3-year period. You got foam posits and a bunch of cool Penny Hardaway shoes. And then Reebok threw their hat in the ring with the question, Allen Iverson's first signature shoe. The pump wave had kind of maybe crested, and DMX hadn't come out yet. But for Reebok in those years, 95, 96, 97, Iverson was the guy. So I'm going to take a look at 3 of my favorite question 1s that have come out in the last couple of years. Now, obviously, Reebok has released a ton of questions in the last couple of years, probably since 2018 or 19. Some people on the internet say it's overkill. Some people say it's not enough. I think there's a lot of good ones out there. I'm going to show you 3 of my favorite to come out since then and my favorite OG question of all time. So my first one is going to be the silver and black that came out, I believe, in 2020, maybe 2019. It's weird. It's a retro sneaker, but this colorway makes it look futuristic at the same time, which is rare. It's kind of like a metallic silver on the outsole and kind of mud flaps around the outer guard, if you will, and then a really nice dark black and premium leather. So I think these are great if you want some Raiders gear, some LA Kings gear, or if your whole outfit is pretty, mute and not super look at me. These kind of get your eyes right onto the feet. And again, I do stand-up comedy, as you guys all know. And if you wear these on stage, the club lights, the stage lights, usually bling them off and pretty cool. So people can kind of keep their eyes off because they're pretty cool pictures out of that. My second favorite question 1 that dropped recently is the Olympic models that came out, I believe, for the 2018 Olympics. Maybe, not totally sure on that. But they don't have a 3 on the back. They have a 4 on the back for the number Allen Iverson wore in those Olympic Games. I think that's a super cool detail that not a lot of people acknowledge. And then you got, of course, the iconic, the red, white, and blue colorway. Great for Memorial Day barbecues. Great for 4th of July barbecues and outfits. Great for maybe a retro Tommy Hilfiger polo to go with it. That kind of got the the American flag colors on that. But again, I don't think you lose with these. They got a lot of white on them, which a little bit tough to keep clean. But in general, the Olympic Allen Iverson from a couple of years ago, I think one of the coolest retros they've done. And now it's time for my favorite colorway of all time. When the AIs dropped back in 96, they did a red and white pair, they did a blue and white pair. And my favorite out of those has always been the blue and white model, mainly because as a longtime Jordan guy, I had so many red and white sneakers, didn't have that many blue and white. And then ironically, during Iverson's rookie year in early 97, he crossed over Jordan wearing this shoe, so it became iconic, kind of known as the crossover. But again, it's a great silhouette, from the question. You got this awesome kind of pearlized leather on the toe, and everything else is red, white, and blue, matching with those Sixers uniforms at the time. And again, I don't know if it gets better than this from a mid-90s basketball perspective, a sneaker that you look at and takes you right back to the heyday of Reebok, Allen Iverson's rookie year, taking the NBA by storm and just crossing over and just playing great with all the legends in the game like Jordan, Barkley, all those guys. So again, not sure it gets much better than the original blue pearlized toe edition of the question 1.